Hey, welcome back to English Daily News Report. I'm your host, Paul. Today's topic is Augmented Reality App Helps Reduce Fear of Spiders. Are you afraid of spiders? I'm afraid of spiders. Alright, well, before we get started, we need to review the vocabulary. If you don't want to review the vocabulary, you could skip it. You could go to the timestamp down below in the description, and you can change it to any point in time in this video that interests you. Vocabulary, article, discussion, but I suggest you don't skip the word of the day. You might want to catch that. All right, let's get started. All right, let's quickly review today's vocabulary. Vocabulary number 1, phobia. An extreme fear of something, especially one that is unreasonable. My little brother has a phobia of dogs. Vocabulary number 2, questionnaire. A set of questions used to collect information for a survey or study. Please fill out this questionnaire. Vocabulary number 3, virtual. Created by or existing on a computer. You can take a virtual tour of the museum from the comfort of your own home. Vocabulary number 4, session. A period of time in which a particular activity takes place. Would you like to join the team for a brainstorming session after lunch? And for the final word, institution. An organization with a specific purpose, such as education, research, finance, etc. This bank is the largest financial institution in the country. All right, that's it for the vocabulary review. It's time to get started with the article. I'll see you in just 1 second. It's time to read the article. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Today's article topic is Augmented Reality App Helps Reduce Fear of Spiders. A new app called Phobia promises to help people overcome their fear of spiders. The Phobia app was created by researchers at the University of Basel. It uses augmented reality to make it look like there's a spider in front of you when looking through your phone's camera. The app has 10 levels that help people become more comfortable with the virtual spider. The levels include looking at the spider, getting closer to it, and eventually putting your hand underneath it. Researchers tested the app on 66 people in a study published by the Journal of Anxiety Disorders. The researchers first tested how scared each participant was of spiders by asking them to get as close to one as they could. Participants also completed questionnaires about their fear of spiders. I would fail that questionnaire. Half of the participants then used the app at home for 6 30-minute sessions over a period of 2 weeks, while the other half of the group didn't use it at all. 6 weeks later, the research tested each participant's fear of spiders again. The study found that the group who used the app showed a reduction in fear and disgust toward the spider in their questionnaires. They were also able to get closer to the real spider than the group who didn't use the app. The app has a free level in which users can test if they are afraid of the virtual spider. If they are, and they want to do something about it, they can pay $5 to access the other levels. Many people are afraid of spiders. A 2020 survey from the American Healthcare Institution, FHE, Health asked 200 people about their phobias. Losing a loved one, heights, snakes, a public performance, and spiders were the things that people were most afraid of. What are you the most afraid of? Let me know in the comments down below. All right, it's time to move on to the next exercise, the discussion. Exercise number 3, the discussion. Here I'm going to ask the questions, and then I will give you my own answer and opinion. That way you can practice creating your own answer and opinion based off of my expression. It is an example for you. All right, let's get started with the first question. Question number 1 is, what are your thoughts on the Phobia app? So how do I feel about this app? I think it's pretty cool. I like the idea of it. I like the concept, using technology to help us overcome our fear of something, especially spiders. I don't know anybody who really likes spiders, you know. I don't know how you could use an app to overcome fear of heights or other types of fears, but I feel like if there was an app for anything fear-based, this is the best one. Question number 2. Are you afraid of spiders? If so, are there any you find particularly scary? I definitely have a fear of spiders. They creep me out. I remember when I was living in Thailand, I walked into a room and I felt something crawl right over my foot, you know? And I was just like, I jumped and I looked down and I saw this huge spider run across the floor, up the wall, and onto the ceiling. I about died. It scared me. So the bigger the spider, the scarier it is for me. But the smaller ones are usually and tend to be more dangerous. So those ones are scary to me too. But I've learned a lot about spiders, so it's easier for me to identify what type of spider it is. So it really depends. But spiders are spiders, and technically they're all scary. Question number 3. Why do you think so many people are scared of spiders? I think people are afraid of spiders mainly because of like movies and stuff. And then, in Western cultures, there's Halloween. Halloween has spiders, and spiders are dangerous and scary and black and creepy. So I think that spiders have a negative impact because we're taught to stay away from them. Movies make them look bad. We've seen movies of people being covered in spiders, and, there's all types of creepy things like that. So I think that that's what's scary, is the idea of how dangerous they are. I also don't like the feeling of things crawling on me and touching me. So I think that is also another thing, is those types of sensations make me go, ugh, right? Question number 4. Are you more frightened of heights, snakes, or performing in public? I'm going to have to say the one thing that I still have the most fear of is the fear of heights. Public speaking, I've gotten better at that over the years. The fear of spiders, I'm starting to get over that fear. Snakes, not really a big deal. But man, the fear of heights. Even playing games or watching movies where people are up on high levels, buildings, places, it still makes my stomach turn. I remember playing a video game where I dropped out of an airplane and I had to skydive down. And every time that happened, I felt the same sensation in my stomach. I felt my stomach turning, like if I was dropping and falling myself. Still don't like it. You'll never catch me at the top of a building, even near the edge, looking down. I stay away from the edge. And the final question to exercise number 3. In your opinion, what's the best way to overcome a phobia or fear? This is a good question. A lot of people always say the same thing. We have a saying, right? Face your fears. It's really the only way to overcome them. Like the fear of public speaking. When I was in high school and stuff, I never wanted to stand up in front of the classroom and say anything in front of anybody. And then the older I got, the more things that I was forced to do, especially like inside jobs and work. I had to be more comfortable with those types of situations, being a teacher, having my own business, influencing people, all kinds of stuff. I got over that fear by just telling myself, get out there and do it. Just try it. The more you try it, the more you do it, the more you get over that fear. It's just like the idea of the app. That's why I think the concept is so cool. It allows you to get over those fears without worrying about the harmful outcome of using maybe a real spider or a spider that you don't know is venomous. I don't suggest doing that, going out there and putting your hand down and having a spider run over it to face your fear. That's why the app is so cool. That's what I think. I hope you enjoyed my answers to exercise number 3. Now it's time to start exercise number 4. Exercise 4 is a little bit further discussion. All right, let's get started. Question number 1. Do you know anyone with a strange or unusual phobia? I've seen some stuff lately where people have some interesting phobias, like phobias of like circles and bumps or holes and stuff. I don't really know how to explain it, but it was very odd and interesting to me. Maybe you know. It was something about where somebody sees a bunch of little black holes, and those black holes make them feel fear, or a lot of big bumps make people sense some fear and phobia and stuff. I'm not too sure. That's probably the only thing I've ever heard anybody, being scared or having a phobia of something strange, something like that. Question number 2. What were you most scared of when you were a kid? I was super scared of dogs. So I had a phobia of dogs, but that was because I was traumatized once. I was attacked and I was chased by dogs as a young boy. So many times I started to hate going outside and going to houses where people had dogs. They absolutely freaked me out. Question number 3. What phone apps do you use the most? What do you use them for? The phone app that I use the most right now? I'm gonna say I use my cryptocurrency app. I'm always monitoring that. I'm always watching the markets, fluctuate. I'm watching those prices go up and down, the volatility. I use that a lot. I also check my email and stuff. So I don't actually have one. I have a couple, but I'm sure everybody has the same kind of apps. Question number 4. Have you ever used any augmented reality apps? I have used an augmented reality app once. When I bought my new Samsung phone, it had an AR app on there, and it was pretty cool. It's nowhere near what I expected it to be. I really expect more with the modern technology that we have, but it's getting close. Every month, every year, I think in about 5 more years, augmented reality will finally reach that area where I'm finally like, hey, now this is super cool. It's not at that level for me yet. And question number 5, which is a statement. The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear. H.P. Lovecraft. What are your thoughts on this statement? The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear. Definitely. I agree with that 100%. We can't get through this life trying new things and becoming better without overcoming the fear of trying. That's the hardest fear I think anybody has of getting over anything, is people are so afraid of change and trying something new. We need to be brave. Being brave is a form of overcoming fear. You just need to go out there and do it. Even if it might hurt you, make you sad, make you bleed. That's why there is the phrase about people who have, success and hard work is blood, sweat, and tears. They're overcoming those fears. They're trying new things. They're just getting out there and they're risking it, and they're risking everything to make sure that they create something better for themselves. So the only way to get out there and get something better is by overcoming that fear of trying. Do you agree with me? Let me know if you agree with me in the comments down below. Whoa, the spider scared the out of me, Man. Well, that's it for today's topic. I hope you enjoyed it. Next, it's time for the word of the day. It's coming up right now. All right, well, today's word of the day is a cool one. It's one of the ones that I started using as a young child. Everybody knows it. Everybody says it. Today's word of the day is chicken. And I know you're thinking, chicken? Well, chicken's a bird, and it goes, bok, bok, and it doesn't really fly, and we eat it for food. But today's meaning is we're using chicken in a slang or idiom kind of way. So what does it mean? It means that it's someone who lacks bravery or courage. And how do we use it in a sentence, right? All right, so here's the example. Did you ask her out on a date yet? No, I was too chicken. I couldn't do it. Dude, don't be so chicken. Just do it. So here, someone is asking if somebody did something, which was asking a girl out on a date, which could be a scary situation for most men. But the friend says, don't be such a chicken, right? Don't be so chicken about it. That means don't be so scared. That means you should get rid of that fear, find some courage, and go and do it. Kids use this one with other kids, where if a friend or somebody in school says, hey man, kick the ball over there and hit the teacher with the ball. No, I can't do that. That's mean. And the kid says, don't be such a chicken. Then that means that they're telling that kid to be more brave and do what he said. So it's something we learn to use as a kid. We learn it, we say it, we grow up saying it, It's really, really useful and it's fun. My friends still use it today. If I say, no, I'm not going to do that, my friends always go, man, don't be such a chicken. Just get out there and do it. All right. Well, that's it for the word of the day. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss the next word of the day or the next article or the next video. You want to make sure you follow along and you learn all the fun stuff I present to you in these videos. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.